bodybuilders out there looking for the best workouts to do during quarantine. Phase number, what is this? Week number 10 for us in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. Well, thank you for coming back to 50licious Fitness. And as I promised you on the last video, the third video we're doing today is going to be based on back, bicep, some shoulders, and a few little abs at the end of the workout. So we're going to be doing 24 exercises today, which excludes abs. 5 for the lat portion, which is going to be, again, 5 total exercises times 3 for 15. Then we're going to go into our second segment, which will be, I always like to incorporate delts. So we're going to do biceps and some shoulders. And that's going to be 3 different exercises times 3 for 9. You can do the math. 15 plus 9 is what? 24. So that's what we're going to do. If you have time at the end of the workout, I'm going to show you some easy abdominals you can do. It's just going to be one exercise repeated 3 times. So are you ready to get those guns? Let's do it. All right, so today's warm-up routine, instead of doing something like elliptical or bike or Stairmaster, or walking your dogs or your cats or whatever else motivates you to go outside and walk out if you can in lockdown. Today I'm going to be doing a warm-up with Kirsten with Pound Fitness because I am a Pound Fitness pro, although I'm not teaching classes. This is a phenomenal way for you to just become an instant rock star in the privacy of your gym. So here we go. I'm going to be doing a warm-up, and you can do a warm-up anywhere from 6 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. Just don't burn off too much glucose before you start your workout or you're going to be exhausted when you start doing your upper body today. Are you ready to rock and roll? Okay, here's the performance, rock stars. I love this chick. She's badass. Opening up the chest and shoulders, grab a beat. Ho! And inhale up. 2 more. I think I counted it. 1. 2 strikes now. Check all these windshield wipers. Great. PoundFit.com. This is much more fun than a machine, isn't it? I highly advise you to go to our website. Oh, here we go, and down. 4 more. We're going to do some calves. 1, and hit, pull, and hit in the middle. Left calf up. I'm doing like a posterior pull. 2. 2 glutes down. 2 pulls. Up. 1 more. And swipe. Alternating. Pound. And lift your heart to the joy. We got another beautiful day of living this life together. Ho, ho. 2 more. Feels good to be alive. And 1. Let's take a breath. And down. Hold. And pull. And hit. And pull. Lunge. Down. And pull. 2. 1 and 2. Hit. Pull. Woo! Love for balance. And take a beat. Are you ready? 20 minutes, 2 more. All right, remember that my workouts right now are geared for home workouts with a gym, if you're lucky enough to have a gym in your home. If not, I'm going to show you alternatives for everything that we're going to do today. So here is the array of weights that I'm going to use. I'm going to use 12-pound dumbbells, 10, tearing down to 8, 5, and this is just like a 2.5, okay? A medicine ball you don't have to have. I just have a 4-pound medicine ball, or 4 kilograms, sorry. Yeah, 8-pound medicine ball. You can use an 8-pound dumbbell, so you don't need this. If you're really, really tall or short, depends on whether you want to use a 45-centimeter ball, or this looks like a 75-centimeter ball to me. And then here's what we're going to be using for our routine. We're going to start out with lat pull-downs, so you do need to make sure you have a wide bar. And I'm going to use the same bar for straight arm press downs, which will come in later. And then, again, this is just a regular bicep curl bar with a chain, all right, to do these. But remember, you don't have to have a home machine. I'm going to show you how to do everything with a ball. You don't have to have a ball. You can use the floor, but I like to use the ball because it gives me deeper range of motion. I feel like I'm not cheating. So, let's go get those pistols pumped. Okay, everybody, here's the first exercise out of the 5 in the first circuit, lat pull downs. So you can start with the lighter weight. You can, because I always want you to warm up with the lighter weight. But I've already done a warm up today before we started shooting. So right now I'm going to use a 45-pound bar. Also, you'll notice today I'm going to be plugging in some music. This is my friend Rectus, Bartholomew Rectus Landry from Austin, Texas. Very innovative musician and DJ. So that's going to be the motivating force. Hopefully I can count. Look, I'm sitting. Back is totally upright. I'm kind of keeping my abs in as much as I can. Notice where my elbows are. My elbows should be parallel to my hips. I'm not doing this. I'm not pulling my elbows behind me, nor so they're just parallel to the hips. Ooh, I love that crepey skin that starts happening on your abdominals after the age of 50. That ain't cool. But anyways, I'm going to focus on my positive attributes instead of the things that I don't like about myself. That's just, I'm a force of nature, what can I say? So I think I've done like 9. I'm pulling to my nose 10. Now I'm going to do 10 behind me. Just to the middle of my head. Okay? That's it. You don't want to pull below that point. So I'm just stopping, I'm keeping my lat, latissimus dorsi muscles are flexed all the way through. Notice I go nice and slowly, okay? So and I'm not hyperextending my elbows on the way up. I'm not doing this. You don't want to jerk the weights. So I'm retracting my shoulder blades down, and they're staying down as I pull the bar with finesse and control. Also, the position of your arms on this bar are really important. I didn't show you that. I just kind of jumped into the exercise. This is what's going to give you a nice Y shape to your upper body. And I'm going to tell you why, if you're not, a bodybuilder, which I'm not, but I've been doing weights forever to burn as many calories as possible because I'm not on a raw food diet, at least not yet. I totally agree with it 100%. I'm Italian though, I'm Mexicana. And I like my tortillas, my tortas, and my tamales. And I like my queso, and I like my dairy. And 20% of the time, I'm gonna have a couple of drinks during the week. I like to live, I'm passionate. What does that mean? I gotta work out harder in the gym. So, lat pull downs are for these babies right here. These muscles, top. This was going to make your waist look smaller. So hopefully it kind of like tears down. That's why you do lats. If you're not a rock climber, the functional exercise of doing lats, well, let's just say aesthetically pleasing to the eye. hopefully they'll narrow your caderas, okay? So by keeping you a little bit, what do I say, broader on the upper side. Okay, so after we did the first set of lat pull downs for 20, 10 and 10, here's the alternate on a ball. You can grab either 8-pound dumbbells or 10, and I want you to do lat pullovers this way, all right? With, again, it feels like unilateral because you're not allowing your hands to be glued together. So this makes it more challenging, and we're just basically doing dumbbell pullovers instead of doing this. So I don't want you to grab one dumbbell, you know, and do the same thing. I want you to grab two, and again, you're gonna see which arm or which lat is stronger than the other. Notice that I am, again, using my core at all times. I'm engaging through my hamstring, through my glutes. I'm not allowing my back to cup the ball. That's going to cheat yourself and rob yourself of burning less calories per second and minute here. Every time you have a ball during your workouts instead of a bench, you are burning more calories, and that's the whole point. Because if you eat a lot of calories like me every day, and for sure I eat more than 2,500, we should do a video of what I eat in a day. You wouldn't believe it. Even every time I go out with a boyfriend, my boyfriend right now is super hot, by the way, and he's 14 years younger than me. He would not like me saying this on the video. He's probably gonna school me later. That was all. I probably need to get down to 8-pound dumbbells. So there you go. That was the alternative. Now we're just gonna take, I'm gonna use 12-pound dumbbells. These are called straight-legged deadlifts. So here's the position. I'm hinging over and I'm keeping my knees slightly bent. I'm pulling my shoulder blades together. Now we're working on the rhomboid muscles. So this is a challenging exercise because you gotta keep your back straight the entire time. I'm also putting the weight into the heels of my shoes. So you're really just, these are kind of like a 45-degree angle line that I'm pulling right in front of my shoes, as if I could draw an imaginary line out in the distance. I'm pulling and pulling. I'm keeping my elbows as close to my rib cage as possible. So the lats are still working, they're still engaged, but we're working more the middle back muscles, okay? This is all good for your posture, and you don't want to do more than 15 reps. So, since I got this music in the background, I don't know how many we've done. I'm going to say this is about 14. Good riddance. 14. Here we go. 13 and 15. Boom. Now, if I go with heavier weights, like say I want to use 15 pounds, let me show you what happens to my back. I'm going to do the same exercise again. Here, I'm doing 15. I can already feel my lower back, L4, L5 wants to do this. I want to round and crouch. You're not supposed to round or crouch. So 15 for me is too heavy. You can decide what you want to use. Form over function. Always, my friends. First round. Third exercise, which is a straight arm press down. This is also going to get right back into the lats. You're going to work a little bit of shoulders, a little bit of triceps, or these are commonly called like pelvic thrust, okay? So I'm going to grab this bar, and I'm going to show you the form first. My arms are going to be a little bit wider than my shoulder level, and I'm starting out. I do have to look at my form in the mirror to make sure I'm not cheating. I'm keeping my core engaged. I'm pulling the bar straight down to the top of my thighs. I forgot to turn the music on. So 2. We'll go back to the music after that, because this is really important. 3, notice I'm keeping my arms totally straight. I feel like I'm cheating. I'm going to move up to the machine a little bit more. So my arms go above my shoulder level, okay? You bring your glutes out behind you, stop here. Exhale. I'm exhaling and I'm trying to shoot or deliver all the oxygen right underneath my armpits. Exhale. This is 25 pounds that I'm using, but a lot of people have to go really, really light on these in order for you to keep the form pretty stringent all the way through. So I want you to do, on the first set, if you want, use a lighter weight. You can do 20 reps. And then on the second set of these, you can do 15 reps. I am keeping 20 reps on that first set I showed you, the lat pull downs. That stays 10 front, 10 behind all the way through. No cheating, okay? So again, my arms are straight. I'm just pulling this right to my pelvis. Exhale. And I'm holding 1 second at the bottom. I can really feel these. The challenging part on this exercise is also, look what's happening with my shoulders. My shoulders want to roll forward and protract. You've got to keep them back. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with a little lighter weight, just so you can see. It's really important that you're not crouching. I'm always trying to work on my posture, because my posture is not perfect. I wasn't a prima ballerina. Here we go. Now I've got it on 15 pounds. It's going to be too light for me, but I just want to show you what's happening with, look, I keep my shoulders back, much easier. So again, form first and function. And I'm grateful because I have a mirror in this gym. So I can actually look at my structural integrity and make sure that I'm doing the exercise correctly. So I'm going to do 20 reps on my first round, and then the successive rounds, which is going to be round 2, round 3. You only have to do 15. You can go a little bit heavier. All right, so here. Also look at my hands. I'm not holding or clenching the bar like a poor little chicken in a factory farm that's overcrowded with those, ag laws that prohibit cameramen and investigative reporters from going in to do the job. Well, we're not going to go into politics now. This is all about working out. It's hard not to go there. Woo! I got my music on again, everybody. Yo, let's go with the flow. Okay, so I'm just making this up on the fly. Straight arm push downs. How are we going to do this on a ball? Well, you can start with 8 pounds if you want. I've got my 5 in case I have to jump down. So here we go. You're going to slide down on the ball. My head's on the ball, and I'm making my arms Y-shaped here. All I'm going to do is pull up and down. Arms totally straight. So I'm trying to just keep constant tension on those lats. It's a small little crunch. You're going to do 15. This all depends on the weight that you can use. So if I had a camera woman above me on a really high scaffold, it would be much easier to see. Maybe she'd stand over me. I'm trying to maintain that Y shape that I was showing you, why we work our lats in the first place. This looks really easy until you start doing these on the ball. Again, all my tension is on that underarm, all right? So if you do this and come all the way over, you're gonna overly rotate. You don't need to do that. All I'm trying to do is keep constant tension on the underarm muscles. So there you go. I'm just lifting my head with my neck and my shoulders at the same time. I really prefer using the machine for these, but you're gonna do, I think that's 14. But I have to show you alternatives for everything, right? One more. Last one. And 15, done. Okay, so we've hit lats, we've hit rhomboids. What's left to do on the back? We need to do lumbar. So this is what's going to help us rid ourselves of excess kidney fat or lower back fat, which I used to have a lot of that when I was in college. So let me show you what we're going to do. These are lower back extensions. You do need a wall, and you do need a ball to do this. I'm going to show you level 1. Really important that you put the ball underneath your hips so that your navel point is off. I'm going to keep my hands like a penguin. If you review my basic core exercises on the ball 101, I give you adequate instruction on how to do this. This is level 1, real easy. Notice that I'm pulling my shoulder blades back. Level 2, airplane arms, like this, okay? You don't want to overly extend your back. That's called hyperextension, and you're going to just tear your back up later on. Especially if you have herniated discs, like me. But I've been able to stave off back surgery for 27 years. So here's third level. This is when the light weight comes into play. Keep your arms straight. You don't even need to use a weight. I'm just going to bring the dumbbell down and then stop. And you can feel this big time. It's a major burn in your lower back. So start using your hamstrings and your glutes to help squeeze and maintain. You have to have really good balance in order to do this, okay? So I'm just holding and squeezing down, trying to come up to, it's like I'm being blasted out of a rocket ship or something. Now, if the weight's too heavy, Mary, keep your hands like this, because this is my third set to do these today. This is your first set. I gotta test everything before I teach you how to do it, right? So about number 12 rep is when you're gonna start feeling a burn. Just try to force some force reps. 3, bring your arms down to position number 2. Just make sure your chest, you can't cheat. Please do not do this. This is not the same exercise. You gotta keep the ball like this so you can see my navel point is clearly off the ball. And again, you can keep your hands behind you. That's 1. Stop. Make sure after the exercise, I'm going to stretch out my lumbar because it's doing this. So I'm just going to stretch out. Oh my God, my body is so tight. When I used to have Lyme's disease and I had rheumatoid arthritis throughout my whole body, which was a little bit over 2 years ago, I'm just so grateful that I can move and I have the strength that I do now. That's a whole different video series. But it's just never a day in which I'm not grateful for the life that I have, the life that I've worked for, and to be able to give back to community is more important than anything else. So, okay, we have one more set for back. Let's hit it. Okay, remember, grab some water, grab whatever suits your body's needs. I always like to juice first thing in the morning, so. Here we go. I'm gonna grab my 8-pound weights. I wanted to do this outside. You certainly don't have to do it outside. I like to make walking lunges, so let me show what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do front raises, hammer curls. Here's the bicep part of the workout. Over the head shoulder press, unwind, unwind. Again, 2, okay? So I have it's ADHD, but I'm not taking medication for it anymore. Thank God in Mexico, they don't manufacture Adderall, which is such a major addiction. Man, I was on 60 milligrams of that a day in the United States to keep my body weight down at 118 pounds. But actually, it makes you go a little bit more speedy than normal. Since I've lived here in Mexico, thank the Lord, I haven't found that stuff at any pharmacy, and it's been over 16 or 17 years. So yeah, break your addiction like that. To like meth and a tablet. Who doesn't like that? Now I just naturally increase my natural energy by eating well and exercising. On my days off from this, I work out with a girlfriend of mine named Leah Alonzo. She's 39, and man, we tear it up. We do some hardcore workouts with body weight, burpees, and all that kind of stuff, and lots of push-ups, and I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack. So I call these weight workouts that you're doing with me kind of old school knucklehead workouts. They're still very beneficial for your workout, but I'm not going to try to impress you and show you that I do CrossFit. You're going to have to go to Banshee Moon, the farm girl. I'm a city girl. She does logging around those trunks of trees in a cute bathing suit. Anyways, I'm happy the way I am, and I hope that you are enjoying your workouts with me. So, without further ado, we want to do 15 of these. And You don't have to do walking lunges. If you want, you can stay in the privacy of your space and just do the same thing as a static lunge. You can actually bring up the heat a little bit by taking it down. Working your quads a little bit. I'm doing front raises. I'm doing hammer curls, above your head shoulder presses, come down and unwind. Again, front raises, down, doing my hammer curls, lift. You can do 15 reps. If your quad starts getting tired, squeeze that back glute. I think we've done 15, haven't we? Oh, that's what happens. And one, voila. So there you go. That was 5 different sets. 5 times 3 is 15. We've now finished our back exercises. We're gonna go into bicep next. And shoulders. Here we go, back in action, Jackson. So these are 21s. I'm using 10 pounds. 90-degree angle right above your head. We're gonna get into medial delts. Okay? So I'm gonna do 7 bilateral, meaning using 2 arms at the same time. Okay, 6. One more. 7. And I'm gonna keep 1 arm up. So now we're doing unilateral training, which means 1 arm at a time. That way you can see which arm is weak or stronger. You can sit on a bench and do this. You can sit on a chair. I prefer the ball. You can also lift 1 leg, which is fun because that was 7, right? Because it gets you, you know, it's like you're skating on your butt. Woo! On top of the ball makes it a little bit more fun, especially for those people who have ADHD like me. I gotta change up my routine all the time. Shock my body, shock my mind. Shock and calm. We're gonna do 7 more. 7 above the head. Notice I'm maintaining these 2 right angles. I'm not breaking my wrist. What does breaking your wrist mean? When you do this with the weights, that is cheating yourself. Look, wrists have to be strong. So this is gonna be a total of 21. First set for our second segment, number 6 y la séptima. Bring it down. We're gonna go back outside again. Okay, here's our second exercise of our second round of exercises. This is for delts and biceps. So here, again, you're gonna do a hammer curl, internal rotation, lateral raise, and down. I'm gonna go down a little bit just to have a little bit more heat, all right, by doing a full lunge. 3, this is the bicep section of our workout, but I'm just throwing in some delts because I always like to work my arms and shoulders, and I feel like I'm still keeping my upper back fired up. So you don't want to, when you're lifting your arms here, lateral raises, you don't want to lift above your shoulder level. They should be right here. And then down, and hammer curl, internal rotation, lateral raises, down to your hips, okay? I have no idea how many I've done, but I'm gonna just show you how to do this walking because I get bored. Remember, you already know what's up with me. So again, I'm gonna do it walking because I can't stay in one place for a very long period of time. I have focusing issues, so we all know that. No big deal. There's a lot of people just like me. And lateral raises, down. Hammer curl, internal rotation, lateral raises, down. I'm gonna go all the way to these steps, and then I'm assured that I'm not cheating myself. I've done 15. I'm also using 8 pounds. Here, and notice how I'm holding for 1 second. Internal, hold. That's what takes the strength. Don't just drop your weights. Here, internal rotation, hold, down. Here, internal rotation, hold, down. 1 more. And now we're gonna go do our very third set, which is just gonna be straight biceps, because I know a lot of guys like to work their guns. Let's go pump them up. These are your traditional bicep curls, because I always like to balance on 1 leg, whatever, or my head. Today's just 1 foot. So I'm in tree pose, and this is again, to make this exercise a little bit more novel. And I'm just doing a standard bicep arm curl. Super easy. Everyone knows how to do this. It's like Dummies 101. All I'm doing is pulling to my chin and slowly coming down. Pulling up to my chin, slowly coming down. Now, I don't work my biceps all the time. In fact, I try not to work my biceps because I was just genetically born with large guns. If you ever see a picture of my dad, you'll know where I get my arms and shoulders from. So you're going to do 15 of these. If that doesn't feel comfortable, bring both legs down. Okay? So we're just getting a nice pump. Equal tension up, equal tension down. That's it for 15. Then I'm going to show you the alternate to do with dumbbells, sitting down on a ball or bench. I guess these are called muscle head bicep curls. You can do this on a ball as well if you don't have a bench. So the most important thing is just keeping the elbow axis on the inside of your thigh muscle. And I'm just going to roll the dumbbell to the very bottom of my fingertips. That's super important. And I'm pulling to the other knee. So this is just going to get, you know, your biceps have two heads. That's why they're called biceps. So this is like working the largest head or the middle head on the inside of the bicep of your arm. As you can see, it's already getting pumped up. But remember, this is your third exercise to do biceps in this section. So I'm just taking it all the way down and lift, and you can do 15. 15 reps is great. So after all of the pulling you've done with the larger muscle groups, now we're segueing down into smaller muscle groups. You never want to work smaller muscle groups first and then work larger muscle groups because you will burn out on the supporting muscles that you need to incorporate assisting you for larger. So there is a sequential way of working out that personal trainers know, if they're good personal trainers. I think that's 15. I am getting tired, and I'm just going to switch to the other side. Again, you're not pulling to the front. I purposely want you to pull to the side. So this is like, you know, when I used to live in Los Angeles, I know that all the guys that had their like T-birds or Thunderbirds, whether you lived in the 50s or 60s or in that case 90s, they had like, you know, old classic cars. They used to do these kind of bicep curls right before they went to the beach to impress the woman with their guns. I'm not trying to impress you with my guns. But there's nothing I can do about it. If I don't work out on weights, my arms are just going to get soft and saggy. I've never had model-esque, sinewy, thin arms. Even when I was anorexic and was at 90 pounds after I lost 35 pounds in high school, I still wasn't happy with my arms. Even when I could slide a bracelet from the very bottom. I mean, imagine me being able to slide a bracelet from my wrist all the way to the top of my arm. I can't do it anymore. I just had to live with myself. And realize that I had to keep lean body mass on my body in order for me to accept myself and to love myself. That's what it's all about. We're here to love and to be loved. Look, you can use this arm to help you. Remember, roll it down your fingers. Last one. Use these two fingers. Help yourself cheat. And we just finished. So it's 3 exercises times 3, 9. You're done with the back bicep portion today. Now I'm going to show you some simple abs you can do, and then we're out of here. Okay, so we're just getting into this abdominal section. You're going to do 3 sets of 10 reps, but each rep is going to incorporate kind of like 3 reps and 1 rep. You'll see. So here is my 8-pound medicine ball, 4 kilograms. You can use a weight. You don't have to have a ball. You can also put your feet against the wall, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my feet up on a ball because I'm using my core. So it looks like you're doing a lat pullover here. You're going to lift, and then we're going to go side, side. Again, behind me, lift, upper rectus abdominal, and then I'm going oblique, head and neck, for off the entire time. So over, towards my knees, oblique left, external oblique right. Again, it's a lat pullover to the knees, lift, and then side, side. Inhale, exhale, wherever it feels comfortable for you. This is a challenge if you have your feet up on a ball versus keeping them against the wall. But I like to engage my TVA muscles as much as possible. This can also be a little jarring on your neck muscles, so try to keep your chin tucked into your chest, your upper chest, or sternum at all times. So I quit counting. I'm going to say one more set for 10. And we're done for abdominals. Hey all you 50licious fitness fans, thanks again for coming back for my third video of me being in my 50s. And well, I hope that you're enjoying yourself. Now you've got a full body workout that you can do in 1 week, which was today focusing on lats, delts, biceps, and abdominals. And let's see, we're gonna be working out, producing a new video every single week. So don't forget, please know what to do. I gotta get you to hit subscribe to my YouTube channel, because right now I'm like at the very bottom of the pages and I've punched in keywords. I don't even know how to go up there. Maybe I have to pay for SEO. We'll find out. The whole thing is you gotta have fun, and I hope that I'm giving you some wisdom and some one-on-one personal training instead of just going through the exercises as quickly as possible. So anyways, have a great weekend. Stay strong, be healthy, yours in health. Peace out.